This will not be play again, because una know say during the election time, una see the way una see the way we be say na Peter Obi na him win for Lagos. Ever since we be say Peter Obi come win Tinubu for Lagos, now all the old Yoruba people will be say that they for Yoruba leaders, both the one will be say no even they for Lagos, so both the one way they for Ogun State, so they don't join hands together to talk say anybody will come up for in state to come buy land for Lagos, will be say one can invest, do business for Lagos. The way they say open door for many people, when we say they open door for many people, they don't go do like that again. He said because the way they say open door for other states, not be so the southeast they open door for the Yoruba people. What in the southeast they try for the Yoruba land, Yoruba people know they feel they try for southeast. Even for north, Yoruba people cannot try that in north. Where they will go north, where they will call they tell the north people say maybe Kano no be Kano is no man's land. Say e get as e be. My people make una go watch video, because after then a lot of people don't come after the Lagos government say wetin una wan try to do, wetin una wan try to do, whether they no be Nigeria, why they wan try to make people they fear as if say they no be one Nigeria, wey be say this one the law wey they wan put for down, the law wey be say e go divide Nigeria into, you know, they go separate Nigeria. Now, then they do all those things, say they thought they want to protect their land, because if they don't do like this, now be say outside I will come collect their land for their hand. And this one be say many people they come after them, say me they don't do like that. Why the Yoruba people thought say the chance will be say they give other people is too much, because this kind chance they give them, even for the southeast, cannot give it to Yoruba man. My people are go like me kuna come hear the way they take drag the Yoruba leaders, so be say that they talk say what did they do, so no be so that they do am. My people make una go watch video.
Speaker of the House after the proclamation of the state's 10th Assembly by Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, making it the third consecutive time that he would occupy the position. In his acceptance speech, the Speaker said that Lagos is Yoruba land and that laws passed by the Assembly will now be translated to Yoruba language. He also stated that the Assembly would ensure that the laws are made to protect the interest of indigenous people of Lagos, and that lawmakers will reverse all that is reversible to protect the interest of the indigents.
Lagos is a Yoruba land, as against assertion of some people that it is no more land. Therefore, part of our legislative agenda is to ensure that the translation of laws passed by this House to Yoruba language. We also aim at achieving our collective goals of creating a robust legislative framework that protects the interests of our people. Going forward in this one, we are going to employ all legislative instruments for the support of the indigenes of Lagos State.
You know, when this particular story hit the headlines on Tuesday, I was genuinely flabbergasted. I couldn't believe that following the bigotry and the tear in the veil when it comes to ethnicity, during the 2023 elections, we saw that push where a lot of non-indigenous, and I'm using that, that word very lightly, non-indigenous Lagosians were stopped from casting their votes because they were not originally from, because their claims that they are not originally from here. Now we've been able to get through that. We're here now. President Bola Tinubu has been inaugurated. He's the president. And I was thinking that the Lagos State House of Assembly would be focused on healing and trying to bring Lagosians together. However, this statement that has been put out by the Speaker, this is his third time in office. He's been re-elected, and now tugging at the strings of what does that even mean? That they're going to change the laws, they're going to reverse certain laws, economic laws, and property laws for Yoruba people. My mother is a Yoruba. She's from Ogun State, Abeokuta. We've been living here for a long time. My father is from Delta State, Ishekiri. So does that mean I'm going to get one leg in, one leg out because I'm half Yoruba, half Ishekiri? What does that mean? And then when you look at the Constitution, it states there clearly that no Nigerian while in Nigeria, can be discriminated on as a result of ethnicity or tribe, or even where you fall in the economic bracket. It is there in the Constitution. So I don't understand how somebody that understands the law, that is in charge of what is even the function of the legislature, Mr. Steve? Isn't it to protect the peace and the order, of Nigerians? Is this in itself protecting the peace and order of Nigerians? I'm very, very upset at this. I'm hoping that the other members of the House or House of Assembly do not take this particular bill lightly. And apart from that, it is important to note that Lagos is filled with different tribes and different ethnicities. There are people that have been here even longer than the head of the Lagos State House of Assembly, and they've all donated to the excellence of Lagos State. So it's very unfair to now come and say that, oh, this is Yoruba land. We've moved on from this. This is not the kind of laws or the kind of news that we should be hearing. There's so much happening. There's insecurity in the state. Right now, it's raining cats and dogs. If you go to major places in Lagos, we have flooding problems. Why are we not talking about legislation on climate control? Why are we not talking about legislation on insecurity? It's now they're saying that they want to translate the laws into Yoruba. How about we take those Yoruba translations back to the curriculum and teach the primary school students and secondary students their actual, their languages? You see, I'm just thinking about this. When I saw this.
What are you upset about?
I'm upset at the fact that this ethnic veil that persons are trying to push, especially in Lagos State, is very unfair. There are people that Igbos, Hausas, Fulanis, whatever, that have been in Lagos for a very long time. Are you going to now say that because they are not Yoruba, you're going to take away their lands?
I think context is important.
Okay.
If you understand what I mean, so that we do not go ahead of the intentions of the Lagos State House of Assembly. There's no bill on the floor at the moment. The 10th Assembly for the Lagos State, has just come into being by the proclamation of the governor on Tuesday. And of course, the Speaker, Mudashiru Obasa, who's also a lawyer, by the way, and who understands the letters of the law, I believe, is coming in for his third time out of, I think, the sixth term that he will be spending as a lawmaker. What is the context? He basically spoke to his colleagues in the House of Assembly, essentially to remind them of the direction that this 10th Assembly will go. And he was clear about the fact that Lagos State is a Yoruba state. And I do not see anything wrong in what he has said. It is a Yoruba state. Lagos State is in the southwest of Nigeria, one of the 6 states in the southwest of the Federation, the same way that you will say that the northwest has 7 states, northeast 6 states, southeast 5 states, and south-south 6 states. And all he has said is that Lagos cannot be said to be a no man's land, and some people are purporting to carry on because of politics. And that has to be very clear. Truly, the argument has always been there, right from Mobolaji Johnson, the first military governor of the state, to even Alhaji Lateef Jakonde, the first civilian governor of the state, about is Lagos a no man's land or not. And I do not have any problem with the leadership of the House of Assembly stating the fact as to the fact that Lagos is a Yoruba state. That does not, however, mean that it is not an evolving state. The same way that you will have, say, the City of London in the UK, or the City of New York, or California, or Florida, which are American states, which many of them are predominantly white, but then they are evolving, a new demography is emerging. So that is what I believe that Obasa was trying to affirm, so that people don't carry on with the negative and politically motivated narrative that Lagos is a no man's land. It isn't. It is a Yoruba state. And then he mentioned the point the point about what's it called? That the laws that will be passed in Lagos State House of Assembly will be translated into Yoruba. Again, I don't see any problem in that. It is a Yoruba state. Don't forget, Shaitan, that before now, Lagos State House of Assembly used to conduct its plenary every Thursday in Yoruba. But that was at a time that the majority, if not everybody in the house, were Yoruba people from Lagos and from the southwest of Nigeria. But at the time, politics evolved, and at the time there was, you had like up to 7, 8 non-Yoruba people in the house, and it became difficult for them to carry on with that every Thursday conducting the plenary in Yoruba. If anybody in the north of Nigeria in northern states of Nigeria wants to conduct their plenary once a day in a week, in say Hausa Fulani or Igbo or whatever, it's totally up to them. But then there's no bill. What we will therefore need to ask Obasa is that when plenary is in session and will progress, is this about still hurting from what happened during the general elections, or there's something to it? Law will always be tested. People will go to court. And he hasn't said that he will be anti-anybody. What he says is that he will protect, that the State House of Assembly will protect the interest of the indigents. I don't see that as bigotry. And in any case, you can, of course, debate who is an indigent. You can even ask if Obasa himself is an indigent of Lagos State. Debate will be healthy. But then don't let us shut down the idea of reinforcing the fact that Lagos State is a Yoruba land. It is, and I believe that it will remain so, even though the demographic will continue to change. And of course, people will engage.
All right, then. We are going to go on a short break now, but when we come back, we'll still be talking more of what happened this week.
You're welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News, and we're still on to the week that was. Now, President Bola Tinubu has suspended Godwin Emefiele as the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria. A statement from the Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, signed by Director of Information, Willie Bassi, said the suspension is with immediate effect. According to the statement, the President has directed Mr. Emefiele to transfer his responsibilities to the Deputy Governor Operations Directorate. In the meantime, Folashodu Adebisi Shonubi, the Deputy Governor, is expected to act as CBN Governor pending the conclusion of an investigation of Emefiele's office.
And a lot of people are shocked seeing what exactly had happened with the suspension, and especially when you look at what happened with the cashless policy, and just the fact that the entire process really puts Nigerians in a dire spot. What's the best way to put it? I think maybe let's start with you, and then we'll come back. Let me gather my
your thoughts. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I don't think that we should start identifying the reasons now beyond what the statement from the Director of Press in the Office of the SGF has said. And it has to do with the instruction from the President, Bola Tinubu, that his office is under investigation and that he will have to vacate the seat pending the outcome of the investigation. But when things like this happen, usually you will get a press statement saying that for these and these reasons, you'll be suspended. And one of the deputy governors of the CBN, in this instance, the Deputy Governor Operations, Shonubi, has been picked to act while he's out of that seat. We don't know for how long. We don't know if he will ever return after precisely 9 years and a few days on the seat. Don't forget that he came in 2014, June, under Goodluck Jonathan. So he will have worked with at least 3 presidents. The only other person who beats that record will be the gentleman who's late.
My people, now the video now on a new watch finish, so on a see what it happen for inside the video. All right, my people, I go like to end the video for you. Make una let me know wetin una think for the comment section. And if una never subscribe, make una subscribe to my YouTube channel so that una no go miss any latest gist wey I dey upload. And those of una wey be say una never follow my Facebook page, make una follow so that una no go still miss any latest gist wey I dey upload. And bye bye till I come on our next time. Bye guys, see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.